Hey everyone, in this video we will understand about the C-scan disk scheduling algorithm. So in the last video we have already discussed about the FCFS, SSTF, scan disk scheduling algorithm. So in this video we will understand about the C-scan algorithm, and the other name of this algorithm is circular elevator algorithm. So C-scan algorithm is basically modified version of scan algorithm. So before this, let me tell you, I have made a full playlist of the operating system, and you can find that playlist link in the video description below. Okay, and you can find the other videos of the C programming, lead code solutions, and other computer science topic also on my channel, so do watch them. So now let's start with our C-scan disk scheduling algorithm. As I told you, C-scan is a modified version of scan algorithm. So in the last video we have already discussed how scan algorithm actually works. So you can watch that video. Okay, you can find the link of this scan algorithm video in the operating system playlist in the video description below. Okay, or you can find the link here also. So as we have understood that in scan algorithm we were moving like in one particular direction, right? So we will be given some initial direction. Let's say we are moving from, let's say, lower track number or lower cylinder number to the highest cylinder number. Let's say 0 to 199. We have 200 cylinders, 0 to 199. So let's say we are moving in this direction. So we were saying, okay, from the current position of the read write head, we are going to the, you can say, 199. Okay, and in between we are servicing the request. After that, we are changing our read write head direction, and we are again servicing the request in the other direction. Okay, and in this way we are going to the like last request. Let's say we have more requests, so we will first go to the 0th cylinder, and then again we will change our direction and we will go in this direction. Okay, so we are scanning. Okay, and we are going to one end, then we are reversing our direction, and then we are going to the again other end, and we are scanning the request. Okay, but in C scan algorithm we will see that we will start from a particular point. Okay, as in scan algorithm we were doing. Okay, so let's say again we are following this direction. Okay, so let's say we started from a particular initial position of the read write head. Okay, so in C scan we will first again go to the last cylinder number, let's say 199, and in between we will be servicing various requests as we are given. After that, what we will do in scan algorithm, we were basically reversing our direction and we were servicing the request which are given to us, right? But in C scan we will actually change our direction and we will basically come to the 0th cylinder, but in between we will not service any request. Okay, we will not entertain any request. So what we will do in this path, whatever requests are remaining, we will now start from 0th cylinder, and then now we will again scan in this direction. Okay, and then here we will service the remaining request. Okay, so that means in this return journey we will not service any request, right? So if our initial position of the read write head, or you can say the direction in which our read write head was moving, is like from lower cylinder number to highest cylinder number. So what we will do, we will start from the lower cylinder number direction to the highest cylinder number, and we will service various requests in between, whatever they are coming. Okay, after that we will change our direction, but we will not service any request. Again we will start from the 0th cylinder and we will basically move to like 0th cylinder to the highest cylinder numbers. Okay, and in between whatever requests are coming, we will service them. Okay, so here in this return journey, okay, we will not service any request. Okay, but in scan we were servicing the request. Okay, so this is the main difference between the C scan and the scan algorithm. Okay, so let's start with the example and understand how basically this algorithm works on a given example. Okay, so just for recall, we applied our scan algorithm on this request queue in our previous video, right? So we were given that, let's say, our head is moving in this direction, that is from lower cylinder number to the highest cylinder number. So we saw that we were given that 53 is the initial position of the read write head. So we started from the 53th cylinder number, right? That is given to us as the initial position of the read write head, and then we moved in this direction, okay, till 199 as we go to the last cylinder number in the scan algorithm, right? And in between all these requests were coming, right? So we fulfill these requests. After that we change our direction, okay, and in this direction 37 and 14 were coming, so we serviced them, right? And after that our scan algorithm was over, right? So we saw total 331 cylinders were traversed, okay, for this example, okay, and average were 41.375, right? Now we saw the same example, okay, but we saw, okay, if the read write head is moving in this direction, right, from highest cylinder number to the lower cylinder number, then we saw, okay, we started from the initial position of the read write head. Again, we went to the last cylinder number. Okay, so in this direction, what is the last cylinder number? 0. Okay, and 14 and 37 were serviced from this request queue. Okay, after that we changed our direction and we saw, okay, in this return journey, these 65 and all these were coming in between. Okay, so we serviced them. Okay, and we saw 236 cylinders we have to traverse. Okay, to service all these requests if the head was initially moving in this direction. Okay, so this was our scan algorithm. Now basically in C-scan we will see that if we talk about this example, if we are moving in this direction, then this 53 to 199, this thing will be same in C-scan, but when we are returning here now, then we will basically not entertain this 14 and 37. We will basically go to 0, okay, this last position, okay, and then we change our direction again in this. Then we will entertain 14 and then 37. The same thing we'll see in this example. Okay, we will basically start from 53, we'll go to 0, that is okay. After that we will change our direction, okay, but we will not entertain this 65, 67 and 183 in our return journey. We will basically go from 0 to 199 without servicing any request. Okay, and then we will again change our direction in this way, right? And then we will service 183, 124, 122 and so on. Okay, so why basically we are doing this thing in C-scan, or what is the motivation behind introducing the C-scan algorithm, we will see later. Okay, first let's see the example and apply our C-scan. Okay, so let's start. So we understood that C-scan algorithm is basically a scan algorithm, but we will not entertain any request in our return journey or the back journey. Okay, so let's start with our example. So here I have taken the same example that we have seen in the scan algorithm. So this is our request queue. We have total 200 cylinders, that is from 0 to 199 cylinders we are having. And the initial position of the read write head is 53. The previous position was 26. That means currently we have come to 53th cylinder number from 26 cylinder. That means we are moving from here to here, that is lower cylinder number to highest cylinder number. Okay, so this way we are given the direction of the read write head. Okay, so this is necessary to be given in the C-scan algorithm, that in which direction our read write head is moving, as we have seen in the scan algorithm. Okay, so this scan example we have taken for the reference, okay, so that we can compare our C-scan example with this scan algorithm. Okay, so in this example also we saw that our head was moving in this direction. Okay, so in this example, how many total number of head movements we saw? So we saw 331 cylinders. Okay, we have to traverse. So now let's start the C-scan on this example again. Okay, so here you can see our initial position of the read write head is 53. Okay, so we basically start from this cylinder, right? Now in this we have to traverse here, right? We will basically go in this direction. Okay, so which cylinder number will be serviced first after 53? So we can say 65, 67, they are coming in between. Okay, so we have written them for our reference. Okay, so your 65, 67, they will be entertained, right? So basically 65, 67, and after that, as we have seen in this scan, 98, 122, all these requests till 183 will be serviced as such in the C-scan also. Now, as in scan, we were going to the last cylinder number, although that cylinder number request was not present in the request queue, but we will go actually. Okay, so we will go to 199, right? Now this thing is same as scan. Now basically we have to change the direction now. Okay, so we will basically change the direction in C-scan. Okay, and we will basically go till last cylinder. Okay, this last cylinder number, that is 0. So in this direction, when we are moving, we will not service actually 37 and 14. Okay, in C-scan we will not do this thing. So we will come to this last cylinder number, that is 0 in this direction, and again we will start from here, right? So basically as our head was moving in this direction, okay, so we service all the requests. Again we will service all the requests in this direction. Okay, so what are the pending requests? Okay, So we will see that 14 and 37, these requests are yet to be fulfilled, right? So we will first complete 14, right? And then we will complete 37. Okay, so this is our CSCAN algorithm. Okay, we did not entertain any request in this direction, right? Okay, so what will be the total number of head movements in this CSCAN algorithm? So here you can see from 53 to 199, total we have 199 minus 53 head movements, that is 146. Okay, same as scan, right? Now here we are seeing from 199 to 0, we are moving. Although we are not servicing any request, but the read write head will actually move from 199 to 198, then 197. Okay, it will come to the track number. Okay, but it will not read write any data. Okay, in any of the sector on that particular track numbers. Okay, let's say it will come to 183 also. Okay, but it will not like read or write any data from any particular sector of that 183. Okay, so basically it is coming to each and every track. Okay, but it is not fulfilling the request of any track. Okay, so we have to actually count the number of movements in this direction also, although we are not servicing any request. So it is not like your head is like just jumping in just you can say very small amount of time from 199 to 0. Okay, so we will not count like these head movements from 199 to 0. No, we will count. So we will say from 199 to 0, total how many tracks the read write head has to traverse. So it will be 199 minus 0. Okay, so we will count. Okay, 199 minus 0, although there was no service serviced. Okay, although there was no request serviced. Okay, after that we started from 0 till 37. So 37 minus 0, these were the remaining head movement. The total will be 146 plus 199 plus 37. 382 cylinders were traversed. So we can see there were more number of head movements in, you can say, CSCAN. Okay, in comparison to scan algorithm. So if we count the average head movements, so average head movement in CSCAN will be 382 divided by 8, it will be 47.75. Okay, so now let's apply the same example and let's see if our head is moving in this direction. Okay, then what will be the total number of head movements? Okay, so just for reference, we have taken this example. Okay, and here you can see when we understood this example in this scan algorithm, in this direction we saw there were total 236 cylinders traversed. Okay, so now let's apply that. If we are moving in this direction, then how many total number of head movements will be there in CSCAN? Okay, so again we are starting from 53 position, right? Okay, as we started in this scan. Okay, so in this direction we have to move. Okay, so our 37 and 14, they will be completed as we did in scan. Okay, now we are returning or we are reversing our direction. So we are reversing our direction, but in this direction we will not scan or we will not actually complete any request. So we will go till 199. Okay, in scan, when we were coming to this direction, we were fulfilling all these requests, but here we will not fulfill any request. Okay, okay, now let's reverse. Okay, and what we will do, we will say, okay, let's start from here. Okay, so you can see we were starting in this direction only. Okay, again and again we will service the request only in this direction. Okay, for this direction again we are servicing the request in this direction only. So here what will be the pending request that will be serviced first? So it will be like 183. Okay, then your 124. Okay, then you can see 122, then 98, 67, 65. Okay, so these were the pending requests. So all these will be completed. Okay, in this direction. So we completed all the requests. Okay, so in this direction when we are moving here, okay, we have not serviced any request. Okay, so now if we count the total number of head movements, so now let's count the total number of head movements in this CSCAN algorithm. Okay, so these are the total number of head movements. So basically from 53 to 0, we have 53 minus 0, that is 53 number of head movements. Okay, same as we have seen in the scan algorithm, right? Okay, from 0 to 199, we have 199 minus 0, that is total 199 head movements. Okay, and finally from 199 to the last request, that is 65, we have 134 head movements. So if we add them, we got 386 cylinders traverse. Okay, so these are the total number of head movements in C-scan algorithm for this example. Okay, if we are moving in this particular direction, and we got 236 cylinders as the total number of head movements in the scan algorithm if we are moving again in this direction, right? So I hope you have understood that how we are applying the C-scan algorithm. Okay, the same as we are moving as scan algorithm, but we are not, you can say, fulfilling any request in the return journey. Okay, so if we are moving in this direction, then always fulfill the request only in this direction. Okay, in this direction, do not service in this direction. Okay, always service in this direction. So now let's understand what is the motivation behind understanding this C-scan algorithm. Okay, or why this C-scan algorithm was introduced. Although we are seeing that we have more number of head movements in the C-scan algorithm. But before this, let me tell you what is the average number of head movements. So average number of head movements will be 336. So before this, let me tell you average number of head movements are 386 divided by 8, that is 48.25. Okay, so let's start that what is the motivation behind the C-scan disk scheduling algorithm introduction. Okay, so basically we have seen in the scan algorithm that requests which were coming in the middle, okay, they were getting the advantage, they were getting serviced, okay, earlier than the requests which are coming at the other end of the read write head. So what does it mean? So basically, let's say we have, let's say from 0 to 199, okay, cylinders, and let's say we started from this direction, okay, and let's say it is somewhat like nearly 52. Okay, so we were going and we are servicing the request. Okay, let's say we are servicing the request and we have come to here, okay, and then we change the our direction. Let's say we come to a particular cylinder number, okay, let's say it is 180. Okay, and after we completed the 180, let's say some other request comes. Okay, let's say these are like greater than 180, so it can be like 182, 183, okay, 187. Okay, so in scan algorithm, actually when we are moving in this direction, we will not basically entertain these requests, right? So these requests will be waiting, okay, will be waiting when we will come again in this direction, again in this direction, then only we will service these. Okay, so these will be waiting. But let's say at the same time when these 182, 183, 187 came, okay, let's say there are some other requests, let's say 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay, these requests came. Okay, so where these requests will lie? So these requests will lie in this portion, right? They are like somewhat in the middle of these cylinders, right? So what will happen as this scan algorithm or the read write head is moving in this direction, so we will go in this direction and we will fulfill these requests. Okay, we will see, okay, these are coming in my way, okay, and I will complete these requests. Okay, but we will not complete these requests because I cannot change the head direction, okay, in between, so I'll complete them. Okay, so when we will come here, okay, so what will happen? Again we will go in this direction. Okay, let's say when we change the direction, again there are some other requests which are coming in the middle. Okay, let's say they are like 59, 49, somewhat like 50. Okay, so these requests again they will be lying somewhat in the middle. So when we are going in this direction also, again the requests which are coming in the middle, they will be serviced earlier. Okay, so you can see, let's say at t equal to 4 p.m. okay, these requests came. Okay, but these requests were serviced earlier and these requests are waiting from t equal to 4 p.m. and let's say when we are here, it is already 6 p.m. okay, and at 6 p.m. these requests came, so these requests will be serviced again earlier, right here, because we are moving in this direction. And now what will happen? Let's say at t equal to 8 p.m. we came here, then only we will service these requests. So we saw the waiting time of these requests was very much higher. Okay, it was very much greater than these requests and these requests. So all the requests which are coming in the middle, they will be like getting the luxury, or they are like privileged request. They will be serviced either we are coming in this direction or either we are coming in this direction. Okay, but the requests which are like waiting at the ends, okay, which are waiting at the ends, they have to wait more, okay, for the more time. Okay, so what we want to reduce this waiting time of the request which are actually at the ends. Okay, we want that there should be a uniform waiting time for all the requests. That's why we introduced the C-scan algorithm. So basically, if I tell you with another example, let's say we have these requests 50, 54, 56, 58. Okay, and we are moving in this direction. So we basically completed 50, 54, 56, 58. Okay, and now let's say when we were completing these requests, okay, let's say we were at the 58 request, and it was like at, let's say, t equal to 4 p.m. So at t equal to 4 p.m., some more requests joined here. Okay, these were like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and they will be lying here. Okay, so basically they will be waiting. Okay, they will be waiting because we will change the direction of the head. Then when we will come here, then only we will complete them. Okay, so these are waiting. Okay, and let's say some another request, let's say some another request like 49, 50, 52. Okay, these requests also came at t equal to 4 p.m. So basically we will go here. Okay, and then we will basically come in this direction, right? Okay, when we will come here, then these requests which are coming in the middle, they will be fulfilled. Okay, but they are waiting from t equal to 4 p.m. Okay, although both the request, both this set of requests and this set of requests arrive at the same time at the t equal to 4 p.m. right? Okay, so let's say these are serviced at, let's say, t equal to 5 p.m. but they will be completed, let's say, at t equal to 6 p.m. so their waiting time is more of 1, 2, 3, 4, right? They will service now. Let's say again we change our direction. Okay, and let's say we completed, let's say, some request, and at the same time when we are completing these requests, okay, these requests, some requests arrive here, so they will be completed. Okay, and let's say when they will, and let's say when they arrive at the same time, some request, okay, arrived here also. That means we were at here, these requests arrive, but again they will get the advantage because our head is moving in this direction. Again they will have to wait. Okay, so we will complete them, then we will come here, then again we will come here. Okay, and then we will complete all the path, and then we will service these requests, right? So these requests which are coming at the ends, okay, these are the requests which have to wait for a longer period of time. Okay, so we do not want this you can say huge difference in the waiting time. Okay, we want like uniform waiting time. We do not want non-uniform waiting time for the request. The request which are at the end, they should also get the advantage that they should also be serviced, okay, in lesser time. So the heaviest density, you can say, okay, of the request is at the ends. Okay, so we want, okay, these are the requests, they have waited for the longest period of time. Okay, so why not service them? Okay, why not complete them first? Okay, when you are changing the direction na, you change the direction and you service in such a way so that the waiting time of these requests should also be uniform. Okay, the middle request should not be only the privileged person who should get the advantage. Okay, there should be like equal right for each and every person to get fulfilled first. Okay, so that's why we came to C-scan algorithm. So in C-scan we have the uniform waiting time for all the requests. Okay, and how? So as we have seen in this example, let's say we are moving in this direction, right? So in C-scan we saw, okay, you completed 53 and 0. Okay, and now what you will do, you just change your direction. Okay, there may be some request which may be waiting here, right? And some request may be waiting here. So just do one thing, you are starting from this direction. Okay, from 0 to 199 you come here. Okay, you come to 199 and service the request from this end. Okay, not from here. Okay, because they may have arrived at earlier time. Okay, so you service 183 first, then this, then this. Okay, so the same thing we can do in the other example. If we are moving in this direction, again you service them. Okay, then make a jump and again you service in this direction, that is 14 and 37. Okay, so again and again you are moving in this direction. Okay, you are changing the direction, again you are coming here, you are coming in this end. Okay, again you come here. Okay, so you service from here, here always, right? So that these requests have the uniform waiting time. So as I told you in the beginning, that C-scan algorithm is basically called as circular elevator algorithm also. So by basically we are calling as circular. So actually this C-scan actually treats your cylinders, okay, as a circular list. Okay, let's say you have cylinders from 0 to, let's say, 199. Okay, so basically what we are doing, we are going from here, right? And then again we are like coming here. right? We are not servicing any request. We are just ignoring all the requests in this way. Then again, we are saying, okay, just start from here, okay? And then again, you service all the requests, right, in this direction, okay? Okay, and again, you come here, but you do not service any request, right? And again, you start in this direction to service the request. So basically, as we have seen in our LRU now, that we were treating our, you can say, the frame numbers, or you can say the allocated frame numbers, or you can say that array as a circular list. We were fulfilling, or we are filling this frame number, then we were filling this frame, then this. After that, we were moving here, then we were filling this, okay? So somewhat we are going into a like a you can say modulus like of thing, okay? We are again and again going into a circular manner. So this way, uh, due to this property, C-scan algorithm is basically called as circular elevator algorithm. So yeah, this was all about our C-scan algorithm. So basically we can see our C-scan algorithm is actually a modified version of the scan, okay, in which we are not servicing any request in our round journey, okay? If we are moving in this direction, then always service the request in this direction. Do not service the request when we are moving in this direction, okay? And the same goes when we are coming in this direction, okay? Just service the request in this direction. Do not service the request when we are coming in this direction, okay? Okay. And the read write head move only in single direction, that is, we are moving in this direction. Although we are coming in this direction, we are not saying that we are not moving in other direction. We are moving, but we are not servicing any request in the other direction, unlike scan algorithm, which were fulfilling the request in both the direction, okay? And C-scan algorithm actually provide the uniform waiting time for all the IO requests, unlike scan algorithm. So yeah, this was all about our circular scan algorithm. So do let me know in the comment section about your feedback, okay? And if you have not understood any of the thing, please do write in the comment box, okay? And also tell me that are you liking these videos, okay? And if you like the video, please like and share this video among your friends, and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for further notification of the video. See you in the next video with the next disk scheduling algorithm, that is the look disk scheduling algorithm, and we will see also the C program to implement circular scan algorithm. So till then, goodbye.